Sun energy. Solar panels work by allowing photons, or particles of light, to knock electrons free from atoms, generating electricity. In 1839, French scientist Edmond Becquerel found out that certain materials would give off sparks of electricity when struck with sunlight. Researchers soon discovered that this effect, called the photoelectric effect, could be controlled. The first photovoltaic PV cells, made of selenium, were made in the late 1800s. In the 1950s, scientists at Bell Labs revisited the technology and, using silicon, produced PV cells that could change 4% of the energy in sunlight directly to electricity. The most important components of a PV cell are two layers of semiconductor material made of silicon crystals. On its own, crystallized silicon is not a very good conductor of electricity, but when impurities are deliberately added, a process called doping, everything is ready for creating an electric current. The bottom layer of the PV cell is usually doped with boron, which bonds with the silicon to make a positive charge P, while the top layer is doped with phosphorus, which bonds with the silicon to make a negative charge N. The surface between the p-type and n-type semiconductors is called the p-n junction. Electron movement at this surface makes an electric field that allows electrons to flow from the p-type layer to the n-type layer. When sunlight enters the cell, its energy knocks electrons loose in both layers. Because of the opposite charges of the layers, the electrons want to flow from the n-type layer to the p-type layer. But the electric field at the p-n junction prevents this from happening. An external circuit, however, provides the required path for electrons in the n-type layer to travel to the p-type layer. The electrons flowing through this circuit, typically thin wires running along the top of the n-type layer, give the cell's owner with a supply of electricity. Most PV systems are based on individual square cells a few inches on a side. On their own, each cell generates very little power, a few watts, so they are grouped together as modules or panels. The panels are then either used as separate units or grouped into larger arrays. Advantages. They reduce the price of electricity bills as you can produce your own electricity. Solar energy is a renewable and a clean source that doesn't harm the environment. Low maintenance cost. People like feeling like they are doing something good. Disadvantages. They don't work at night. It is expensive to get them installed. Weather dependent. Uses a lot of space. Solar energy storage is expensive. The sun will blow up. Mr. President, follow me to the bunker for safety from the imminent explosion. Get inside quick. We will be safe down here. Look at all this. I need to save him and get his power back using solar panels. My life is complete after saving the president.